A billionaire CEO had just woken up from his girlfriend's room. Unexpectedly, when he came out, both his girlfriend and his younger sister were staring intently at him. The freshly awakened CEO hadn't noticed at all that he was wearing the woman's lace nightgown. After his sister's reminder, the CEO looked down and finally discovered this, embarrassedly returning to the room to put on a coat. The CEO was still in a disagreement with the woman and was preparing to take his sister home together. Unexpectedly, his sister pushed the CEO toward the woman, telling the CEO that the woman had prepared breakfast. After the CEO sat down, he kept wondering how he had ended up at the woman's house. Seeing his sister present, the CEO felt too embarrassed to speak up. The woman could see the CEO's confusion, but she deliberately didn't explain. The sister, caught in the middle watching this drama unfold, couldn't help herself and teased the two about being careful not to develop internal injuries from holding back. The CEO hesitated for a long time but still didn't speak up. Instead, he asked about the woman's work, saying he had already instructed his employees to let the woman add her orders in, and the factory could produce them together. Unexpectedly, the woman rejected his goodwill. Seeing that the woman didn't appreciate his gesture, the CEO angrily wanted to take his sister home. Unexpectedly, the woman asked the CEO to take off his clothes. The CEO was stunned. The reason the CEO was at the woman's house was that when he went to find the woman yesterday, he unexpectedly encountered the woman's ex-boyfriend and learned that the woman had lent money to her ex-boyfriend. The CEO was frustrated about why the woman hadn't told him about this. The woman explained that she had been too busy recently and understood her ex-boyfriend's situation. Mainly, the ex-boyfriend's mother treated her like a daughter, so the woman was doing this for the sake of the aunt. Unexpectedly, the CEO didn't listen to her explanation at all. The CEO believed the woman still had entanglements with her ex-boyfriend, and the two instantly erupted into an argument. That evening, the CEO met with friends for drinks, constantly complaining that the woman had no sense of boundaries. Finally, he got completely drunk and went home. To bring the two together, his sister sent the drunk CEO to the woman's house. The CEO groggily went straight into the bedroom and lay on the bed, accidentally rolling off it. The woman, who had just finished showering, didn't notice anything unusual. When the woman turned off the lights to sleep, the CEO groggily climbed back onto the bed and hugged the woman, instantly startling her awake. After discovering it was the CEO, she wondered how he had ended up at her house. The next day, the CEO woke up and went home, and the two still hadn't made up. But this didn't prevent the CEO from continuing to observe the woman from his window. The CEO saw that the woman kept making phone calls and knew she was worried about factory matters. He called the woman, but before he could even offer to help, the woman hung up on him. Eventually, through her own efforts, the woman successfully signed a cooperation agreement with a factory. At this time, the CEO had just picked up his sister to go home. The sister called the woman to ask about her location and learned that the woman would be home soon. The CEO and his sister went home first to wait for the woman. The CEO waited for a long time but the woman never arrived. While watching the news, the CEO suddenly discovered that a car accident had occurred nearby. His sister realized that the crashed car belonged to the woman. The CEO instantly panicked and hurriedly drove to the scene. He indeed saw the woman's car there. The anxious CEO, worried that something had happened to the woman, rushed in despite police barriers. At this moment, the CEO saw the woman appear before him. The CEO's anxious heart finally settled. Having survived the ordeal, the CEO walked toward the woman and pulled her into his embrace.